Jacks! It's me, Jack here, and welcome to a brand new episode. This is going to be something a bit new. Haven't ever done this. Guess what I'm going to be doing, guys? Nope. Close. I'm going to be doing one of those, vlog videos, but not really. It's just a one-time thing, maybe more. Do you guys know Luna or Domix? People like those who would, have gameplay or whatever playing in the background. I'm going to be doing that. So, but what I do over the gameplay is me talking. So this is actually a pretty interesting story that happened to me. I think either I'm not sure when this will be uploaded, but I'm recording this the day when it happened, so my memory is nice and fresh. So pretty much what happened was I was going. So my school has this thing called lunch out. Pretty much we get to go outside for lunch and stuff. I know we're so lucky. And me and my friends were going. Lunch was over. So I have to go up these, huge stairs. It's a very spiral, it's like a bunch of spiral stairs. They're really tight. And so we're going up them. And on the third or fourth floor, I don't know exactly what it was that I, saw, but there was something there in a crowd going on, and people by the call were like, oh, disgusting, and stuff like that. I was like, oh, what is it? And I look at it, I'm like, what the heck is this thing? It looks like a giant condom, pretty much. It looks like a giant condom, and I saw the words XL on it, and I was like, okay, this is a condom. Somebody left a condom in the school. That's pretty inappropriate, disgusting. And then I look at it closer, and I'm like, no way that's a condom. So I pick it up. I know, I'm so smart. And I look at it, and I'm like, what the heck is this? It's a fart bomb, like a stink bomb, whatever those are. And I look at it, and people are like, oh, let's discuss this. Like, what, did it already go off or something? And then right in my hand, it blows up, and it doesn't have any liquid in it, but the smell, you can smell it, and I smell my hands. It smells horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. And so then I am like, what the heck is happening? And then I'm laughing pretty much this entire time after I say what the heck is happening. A bunch of people also are like, what the heck is happening? And they're laughing, they're screaming. It's really quite amazing, actually. So then I go upstairs, and it's traveled with me. It's actually pretty much gone. So my school shares 3 floors, and it went into computer school. It went into Anderson, which is the school that goes below it, and it went into this other school that I don't know the name of because we share it with 3 schools. So I go upstairs, and the smell follows everyone, and it's everywhere. It got into the air ventilations or something, and I go into my classroom, my homeroom, and I was like, oh, ew, what's that smell? A bunch of stuff like that. You get the idea. Eventually, I end up saying oh, well, this stink bomb or fart bomb blew up in my hand, extra large. So that made it even worse. So now I'm laughing this entire time. My face is pale red, and since I'm kind of the guy who set off the bomb, everyone's just looking at me like, okay, so this guy obviously put a bomb here, or whatever it was, and it sucks, and we gotta hate him now. And then the principal comes in of my school, and he is holding the bomb, the one he must have found it in the stairwell. It's wrapped in a giant bag or whatever, and he must have found it in a bag. He put it in a bag or whatever, and he's like, whoever did it, he barges into the classroom door. He's like, whoever did this is gonna get suspended. If you have any leads of who did this, tell me now. And I'm like, oh, no, okay, I don't want to get suspended because I didn't do this. I set it off, but it was an accident completely. Because it just blew up in my hand. I don't know what happened. And then more stuff goes on in the homeroom for 2 minutes. We're in our homeroom before the next period starts. And I am freaking out a bit, but I'm also laughing the heck out of myself. And then people are like, you're going to get suspended. Did you do it? What the heck happened? So I'm answering all these guys' questions. And it's really amazing. It's kind of hilarious. And I'm still laughing, it's hilarious now. But I was having a mental breakdown. It was hilarious. I was laughing so much. I never laughed that hard in my life. My face was pale red. And I'm just laughing. And then, if you guys don't know this, I have special needs in school. So I always, I have an iPad to write with. That's actually what I'm recording this on. I have an iPad to write with. And, that's all that I have to say. I don't use normal writing. I just put all my stuff in Google Docs. And so I leave the classroom forgetting my iPad. And I am leaving, and I'm laughing the entire hallway down. And you can smell it throughout the hallways. It's disgusting but hilarious. And people are like, "Did you do it? I heard you did it," because somehow people already knew I did it or thought I did it. Um, and so then I go to my Spanish class, which was the period I have next, and I go in there, and then I realize I don't have my iPad, so I sit down, and then I wait for the teacher to stop giving the initial speech, the beginner speech, that she gives, like saying good hello everybody, and I walk up to her, and I say, "Hey, I forgot my iPad. Can I quickly run and get it?" And then I go in, and then I go, and she says yes. So I go out in the hallway, and then I walk by my science teacher, and my face is pale red from laughing. It's amazing, and rumors spread that I may have done it. So she has good reason to think I did it since I set it off, and she's just like, "Did you do it?" or something. Well, not that mean. I made that's on me, but she's like, "Did you do it?" And like, I'm like, "Oh no," but I accidentally set it off or whatever I said. And she's like, "Oh, you should definitely see Mr. Zimmerman. Oh yeah, I'm going to after school." And she says, "No, you should do it now." I'm like, I make her sound so mean. She actually said it pretty nicely, especially since I'm a pretty big suspect for a pretty big crime in this for school anyway. So I go to Mr. Simick's office. He's like doing work, trying to figure out who did it. Maybe I'm not sure, doing some detective stuff. He's like, "Oh, maybe it's this guy." Blah. No, but he's just in there doing his work, probably trying to figure it out. I knock, and then he opens the door, and he's like, "Yeah, I heard some stuff. You did this." And then Miss Reeves walks by, and she comes along and is like, "Oh yeah, he accidentally set it off or something. He has some stuff to tell you." I was like, "Oh, thanks for offering me up." It might have sounded a bit weirder coming from me, not Miss Reeves, the teacher. By the way, I'm making up names here, so these are not real names. Computer school isn't a real name, obviously. Like computer school, you know. Anderson is just a friend of mine that I'm probably not gonna talk about. But all these names are fake, so don't go like hunting down these people. These are all fake people. So then I'm like, so they ask, "Okay, what happened?" We're still in the doorway, like he's not so seriously knowing it's me yet, and I'm just like, "Okay, I set off this bomb, whatever. I didn't put it there or anything," and then I'm like, "And I have some proof for you. Just ask this guy. His name's his name is Luke. Let's just call him Luke for now because that's just the name that comes off to the top of my head." So I say, "Well, call in Luke. I think he's a 7th grader. He was here to help me. And then but I don't. He can prove that it wasn't me who I set it off accidentally. But then he's like, and then he's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Oh no, please don't drag him into this. It's not his fault at all." It's like, oh, he's kind of already dragged into this, and I can tell he probably has something to do with it, but I don't think a lot. So he finds him. And by the way, Luke is the guy who's like in the hallway with me when we were walking up from lunch out. And so he finds him, brings him into the office, and we both sit down. Then I ask, so then we can't. He's like, "Okay, Jack, turn around." Jack's my name. If you obviously if you don't know that, then wow. He asked me to turn around. He's a bit serious. Well, not a bit. He's really serious. I turn around my chair, and there. And then he says, "Luke, turn around your chair too." And now we're facing back to back. Well, not back to back. We're like on other opposite sides of the room, not facing each other, so it's impossible to see what's going on the other side. And then he says, and then he gives us these two papers, like some sort of interrogation sheet. It's really weird. It's like I don't know what this is, and now he has to do this work that I don't want him to do. Luke and Mr. Zimick is so annoying. Why is this happening? But then he gives us this sheet. I fill out everything, pretty much what I've told you guys. My date of birth, all that, and my phone number, a bunch of that stuff. And then he sits us down. Well, no, then he tells us to turn around. He reads our stuff, and he's like, yada, yada, yada. "Luke, I heard that you had something to do with this." And I looked at his face. He was like doing all that weird stuff you do if you're guilty or whatever. And I was like, "Oh no, Luke, don't tell me you did this. Do not tell me you did this. He's the one who did it." And you could tell just from his face. And then it's so sad. I'm like, I just want to take credit for it because he's so, like, sad. And, like, you could look in his face. So then he's like, So then Mr. Zimick asks him, after he kind of confesses to it a bit, "So you realize that, Jack has nothing to do with this, right?" "Yeah, he kind of just was the guy who set it off, whatever, accidentally." I was like, "Okay, Jack, you're free to go." But kind of what happened, and then I go back, I'm laughing still, but I feel sad it's not as funny anymore because he got in trouble, but it's still pretty funny. So I walk back to science class, I go to Miss Butler. Butler is a random word I came up with, so I'm saying that's her name. Um, and she's just there, like, what took you so long? What took you so long to get your iPad? Did you lose it or something? And then I was like, oh, I thought that Mr. Zimiko told you. He asked what class I was in right now. And then I was like, no, since I had to get my iPad, kind of lost it. That was a lie, but just to make it more simple. And some of the prank stuff came up, or exploding bomb thing came up. I was like, oh, I figured that might be it. So that's pretty much my crazy life. I had to go get interrogated by my principal and one of my good friends, and it turns out he kind of like accidentally framed me. But yeah, pretty much he's gonna get suspended now for like I'm not sure how long, but I hope it's not too long. But yeah, that's all for now. You guys see me do my signature wave, but whatever. Bye.